Hello, good morning. So, since this query has been asked to me many a time, so I thought to record a video and clear this thing out. So, many of you approached me showing their pictures with a belly button pointing outside. And when you have shown it to your doctor, the doctor, just by looking at it, has clearly said that it's an umbilical hernia, and all you need to do is just get a surgery done for it, and there is no other way to correct it. Well, an outy belly button is not always umbilical hernia. There is a lot of myth and there is a lot of traditional approach attached to it. Sadly, the doctors are not much aware about it, considering the fact that there always been a traditional approach of dealing with hernia and less knowledge about diastasis recti. So, how diastasis recti happens? So, the connective tissue, when it stretches, it separates the muscle. So, the connective tissue sometimes can stretch so much that it becomes so thin that the organs sometimes can pop out, may bulge, put a bulge on that thin layer of connective tissue, and belly button being the weakest point, because of that pushing with the thin, it's like a thin wrap. It has stretched so much like this that it's become so thin that the organs can push out. They're not out, but they're just putting a push on the connective tissue, because of which your belly button may pop out. Okay, but umbilical hernia, it happens when there is a tear in the connective tissue. The connective tissue breaks and then the organs come out of it. So just by looking at a person, just by looking at an image of a belly button pointing out, doesn't always can be approved that a person has an umbilical hernia. It's always better to go for a CT scan, an MRI scan, and then maybe find out whether the connective tissue is still intact or it has got torn, leading to the organs popping out. So if you look at my images, even my belly button was pointing out, and I had this doubt in my mind if I have hernia too, considering the fact that even the doctor, by looking at it, told me. So I underwent CT's MRI scan, and there the doctor told me that my connective tissue is still intact and it can be rehabilitated. So there was no herniation, there was no tearing and no organs popping out from that connective tissue. It was just the organs pushing the thin layer of the connective tissue. So if you strengthen the connective tissue, it becomes strong. Then the gap will get together, and it can be treated. In case if it's in hernia, then in that case also, before going for a surgery, it's essential that you close the gap, because there is a gap. The doctors, by hernia surgery, will only put a mesh inside to you provide a support to your organs from not getting out. They will not magically sew the muscles. So it's important, even before you go for a hernia surgery, to make sure that you work on the gap and make your abdominal muscles strong and even the connective tissue strong. So I hope this helps and clear out all the queries which have been about this regarding. And just if the doctor tells you go for a surgery, it's herniation, don't do this unless and until that person is really sure about this. The best way to find it out is through an ultrasound, an MRI scan. Bye bye.